Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. Welcome back everyone. All I can say is this must be our lucky week because we are finding moon structures left and right. And I'm thinking now that the structure we found and that you're going to see in this video has completely surpassed the structures that we put out in our last video. And once you see the image, you'll see why we've come to that conclusion. So we had a friend of ours who's a fan of Secureteam who had watched our last video entitled Smoking Gun HD Alien Moon Structures Found, Giant Vehicles and Bases. And we published that video on June 8th, 2015, showing a massive rectangular building half stuck into the lunar surface, as well as other anomalies such as vehicles going up the side of a crater, giant roller coaster type structures coming up from the surface of the moon and going back down, as well as moon bases. And we've had a monumentally positive reaction to that video, as there should be, because the structures we found in that video are undeniable. And the structure that we found in this video, or rather a viewer of ours found and sent to us, is even more crazy. And once again, I'll ask all of you to share and subscribe and make a copy of this video. Share it with all of your friends who are interested in ufology, especially with the moon and other anomalies throughout the other bodies in space, because this is one for the record books here. One of our viewers emailed us after our last video. He was going through the LROC Quick Map Image Database, which is a giant image database of the moon, high-res images that go down to about 0.5 meters per pixel. And he sent us two images. One of the images is of what looks like an inverted pyramid inside of a crater, and we will show you that image in just a second. And the other image, once I downloaded it and took a look, completely blew my mind. Now, if any of you have heard of a TR3B, which for those of you who don't know, the TR3B is the name of a reconnaissance airplane of the United States Air Force that has been speculated to have been developed under a black project. The only real evidence for such an aircraft is based on speculations about several reported sightings of the mysterious flying winged aircraft in a tract of the California desert known as Antelope Valley. This stretch of desert draws black project fanatics because it is close to several known military research and testing areas, such as Edwards Air Force Base in California, United States Air Force Plant 42, and Groom Lake in Nevada. Now, I can tell you right now, the 3RTA and the TR3B without a doubt exists. We recently published a video, which you can find down in the video description of this one, entitled Shocking New Footage of Alien Ship Over Chicago. Best UFO sighting May 2015. We published this on May 10th of one of these TR3Bs that was caught over Chicago up close. And once you guys are done watching this video, you can go click over to that one and check it out because it is also amazing up close of one of these crafts, just so you can see what we're talking about here. And some of the images you're seeing here up on the screen are of TR3Bs from other sighting videos as well as artist renditions. So I downloaded this image and I looked in it, and what was it? Well, it was a crater with one of these massive TR3Bs in it. Here's the image we're talking about right here. Pop it up on the screen. Now look at that. Do you see what's in the crater? Do you see the massive triangular-shaped UFO, or rather TR3B-shaped UFO sitting in this crater here? It's unmistakable. Just looking at the thumbnail in my email, I could tell what was in there already without even downloading it and seeing the full-res image. Now look at that. That's astonishing. This thing is identical on both sides. It's got identical wings. It's got a center console. It comes to a pointed tip, triangular shape, although the wings in the back curve in and make a U shape on each wing before they connect back to the center of this UFO. So there's a good chance this is probably either an alien craft that simply looks like a TR3B, or it's another construct of the TR3B that we don't know about. But all we do know is that this thing is sitting in the middle of this crater here, and it's completely unmistakable when you look into this crater. And we want to give a big thanks to the friend of ours who sent this in. He's a fan of Secureteam. He's watched our videos, and like most of you, he has a passion for the truth. And like us and like many of you, he's gone and taken his own time, hours of his own time, and searched through these lunar images. Because like us, he knows that there's things there, and he's seen them, and he wants to find them and bring them to our attention so we can give them to you guys and give them to the world, because that's the whole point of this. So I want to thank Thibault Brassad for sending these in. I hope I said your name right, buddy. If not, please email me and let me know, and I'll correct the translation of that. But I want to say again, thank you for sending these images in. Here is the second image of the inverted triangular pyramid-shaped structure in the center in this crater. Basically, the crater is, I don't think, a crater. It doesn't look like a crater. It doesn't take the shape of a crater. Nature does not create things in straight lines. let alone 4 straight lines that perfectly connect in the middle at a single point. I can understand maybe 1 line created by nature, maybe 2, but 4 identical lines all coming to a middle point in the shape of a perfect pyramid shape in the middle of a crater. Now, that's a little bit more than I'd say nature could create, and I hope you guys out there with common sense will understand this too. So whatever this crater is, it's obviously been constructed, and you can see the sun is shining down on the crater, and it's bringing out the shape even more of this inverted pyramid that's been built into this crater. You know, meteors are created by asteroids and meteor bombardments, and they're giant holes, and they're full of rocks, and each one is completely different from another. You're never going to find an identical crater that matches another crater. Just like you're not going to find a crater that looks like the walls in it have been carved out into an inverted pyramid shape. So once again, we have a TR3B type UFO sitting in the middle of this crater. You can see the shadow to the left of it. It looks like it could possibly be hovering over the crater. You can see the sun shining on the side of it. And if you look running down the middle of this craft, the construct of it actually comes up, and you can see this bump, this line, this long bump that's going right down the middle of the craft, which is, once again, indicative of design, of artificial design. You can see that the wings and every aspect of this craft on each side is identical. The shadows correlate with where the sun is. This thing is sticking out like a sore thumb, and there's no hiding it. And no one is going to sit here and tell me that this thing was made by nature. Some of you guys tried to do that on the last video, and you know better. You know that on the last video we just posted, showing that giant rectangular structure half buried in the lunar dust was not created by nature. Come on, guys. It's good to be a skeptic, but when you've got things sticking out like a sore thumb in these high-res moon images, with coordinates to back it up so you guys can go check, things that don't need edited, things that don't need the contrast brightened, things that don't need the brightness brightened, things that don't need to be brought out. These things are already there. They're already brought out because they are not characteristic of the lunar soil and the moon. These things are artificial. So we put the images of this thing down in the video description, along with the links to our last video with some pretty amazing lunar anomalies and structures, and the TR3B that was caught in Chicago. So check out those videos. We've also put the links to these images down in the video description so that when you open them up, you can actually see the coordinates to these objects down in the bottom right-hand corner. Once again, they are found in the LROC Moon Quick Map, which we'll also put a link to down in the video description. So once again, amazing find brought to you exclusively by Secureteam. Take this video, like it, and share it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon with another awesome video.